Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Idris Alam. I'm showing my two affiliation because I'll be doing something so-called glorific or someone here academic. So I have two affiliations. I'm working as an academic, as a professor in the Rabdan Academy. So let me a little bit introduce the institution because it's Rabdan, the Abu Dhabi government institutions for policing, security, and defense personnel. Basically for the government official, the institutions. So it's a dedicated university only for the disaster risk reductions. And similarly, I am also leading in community-based organization in Bangladesh, disaster and development organization, who is spring up in my mind in 2006 while I am studying at Northumbria University in UK as a undergraduate master's students in disaster management. So nearly 25 years I'm working on in disaster risk reductions in Bangladesh, South Asia, now moving to the Middle East. I'm presenting something why the combination of the academic knowledge and practical knowledge can bring something impact in the society. So I'll be talking about the disasters, little bit disaster in Bangladesh very quickly, and the populations in the cyclone prone area as a case studies. Then the previous deaths of cyclones and what's the problem associated with cyclones, particularly regarding the evacuation. Why not people evacuating from the after receiving warning? So what could be the existing solution in terms of the housing, and what is the challenges and what is the solution can be made for more, in a sense of, if I say, mainstreaming disaster risk reduction through the housing building in development planning. So how the disaster mainstreaming can be occurred in Bangladesh coast in case, taking the case of the hurricane disasters. So as you know, if I say simply, Bangladesh is a country with 100% population are exposed to disasters. 97% land is through any or other type of disasters, including hurricane, floods, tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunami, droughts. You cannot, I say, except volcano, we have all kinds of disasters in Bangladesh. So regarding cyclones, it's a high frequency with a high risk kind of hazards. Just move to the social kind of things now. Here is the one. So we make improvement still in Bangladesh, but it still is in terms of that high for the high hurricane disasters. So what's the problem with the hurricane disasters in Bangladesh? Still we have a highly, if you say, equitable in Bangladesh as a problem tree. Poverty, poor communications, drinking water crisis, health problems, sanitation problems. So this is the typically problems in Bangladeshi context, showing the all causes and effects consequent mud, like to build the house, floor and the wall. Secondly, some cases polythene used as a some for the roof or wall. Corrugated iron is the mostly used for the roof, and wood used as pillar for houses, and limited brick built houses. So wood is the 90% cases, if say the wall. Wood evacuation was 99%. Then Gorkhi, 1991, the second reference point, where 150,000 died. Non-evacuation, not going to any shelter, was 30%, or 70%. Then Cedar, the third reference point is this is the same category of cyclone which I'm talking about. So 59%. Then Ida, last one, is the 74%. So if you see the investment in the DRR in Bangladesh through the donor, government, or other charity or individual donor in the country, this is the result with the lots of warning, improvements, communication, disseminations, improvement in the infrastructures, the other built impairment. Still, this is the rate of the non-evacuation in the cyclone. But this is the current sheltering plans for the hurricane disasters. So usually the barrier we say is space problem in the cyclone. You all know maybe the animals, people cannot take the animals to the shelter, and the family size, big family size, not only for awareness, for evacuation other way around. Maybe if we invest in the combined or sustainable way of development, it could make some difference in case of, so to make resilient in the hurricane society. So the specification of the housing I'm proposing, that could be, can resist 250 kilometer per hour winds, 100 year of storm surge calculations. So the places should be that kind of one. Housing very scatteredly. In my 20 years, I see the people more in scattered house. They face more damage by hurricane because they don't have the trees or infrastructure close to go. So that kind of small scattered houses in a big land, maybe in a way of making together, can make also second cluster housing in the region also. So in cases, each cases, this is a proposal which could be we make more feasibility study, consultation with the community engagement, something like that. So I don't want to extend that. So in a resilient houses, the second one would also could be access to the growth center, marketplace, livelihood opportunity. That how types of housing we might provide disaster risk preparedness and the recovery. Also, it could be something education. Finishing. Thank you very much. Any question? I'm happy to answer.